Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Wesley, or Mr. Revive, and today I'm bringing you guys the second, I don't know, I guess you'd say episode of my MITD slash sabotage Spawntrap tutorials. And the first episode was lockdown, and this episode I'm going to show you guys dome, because those are the two most popular spawn traps for sabotage in MITD. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is the spawn that you guys are gonna want to spawn at, and the enemy team is gonna spawn over by the dome. Otherwise, you can't do the spawn trap near as good. And the first spot is on what we call right side, and this player is gonna have to run a PKP class, the LMG, just because it has a C4. So you can put the C4 where I just showed you guys, right beside the forklift, and it'll block the spawn, so it makes it a lot easier to watch this spawn, instead of having to sit in the corner and try to watch the double spawn. And this player a lot of times is gonna have to, you're gonna want a mic, and you're gonna have to call out your reloads because you're using a PKP. And the Juggernaut is also going to have a mic so he can communicate back to you and let you know whenever he can come over there, because the Juggernaut has to come over there so they won't spawn on you while you're reloading your PKP. So the second spawn here is in dome, and this player gets the second most kills. Right side gets the most kills by far. And this player, there's not really much too special about him. Next spawn is what we like to call top crates, and you can watch it either way you want. Like you see Danny doing here, he's kind of backed up off the spawn, or you can sit in the corner where the two crates are, where they'll spawn right there. You can watch that either way. And this player can use any gun, M4 or a MP9 is fine. Either one is great. And yeah, that's about it for that spawn. I'll just wait for it to go down to bottom crates now. Alright, here we go. Bottom crates, right, same thing as top crates. You can be in the corner, or you can be kind of backed up off the spawn. This player, a lot of times I see them using PKPs. I'm not really sure why, but I usually watch it with an M4. I guess it doesn't matter, as long as you can hold it down okay. This spawn does get a lot more, bottom crates does get a lot more activity. However, what you don't want to do is you don't want to see what, I'm going to go ahead and pause this clip because I'm not sure how long it is. But Danny, as you can see, he's sitting in the corner right now, and you can see this T and Q. He's standing off the spawn. That's what you do not want to do. You want to make sure that both players know what each other's doing. You want to make sure that both players are either like Danny is right now in the corner, or both players are off the spawn like T and Q. You don't want to have one off the spawn and one on the spawn, because what happens is spawn logic will tell the game that, oh well, this T and Q guy, he's way off these spawns, so I'm gonna spawn everybody on top on this bottom crate spawn, and Danny, poor Danny over here, is not gonna get any kills just because spawn logic is telling the game, oh well, because he's sitting almost on top of the spawn, that no one's gonna spawn there. But if they're both sitting on top of the spawn, then they both get about the same amount of kills, if that makes any sense. So you want to make sure you two can communicate about that. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got that out the way, because that is important, and that's what I see people complaining about a lot, and they're like, oh, I'm not getting any kills. And it's like, well, yeah, because you and your teammate aren't communicating. If you two communicate, it'll go a lot better and smoother. That's why I recommend you have mics when you're trying to do this. It helps a lot. I can wait for it to go to the next spawn now. Any day now. Alright, here we go. So the last spawn is probably the worst spawn, because this player only is going to get like 20 or 30 kills throughout the match, but that's just because this is like the floater spot, because there's not really any more spawn points for this guy to watch. And Yeah, he's literally only gonna get like 20 kills, but he can help the guys at crates over here. He can help them because they'll get overflown or one of them will die, and he can take up for them. Or in dome, dome can get overflowed a lot because dome is hard to watch when there's a lot of people spawning. And what I actually see people do is when the guy in dome, whenever he gets his Moab, the guy that's in forklift will switch over to dome, and they'll just take turns getting their Moabs, so that way that one person just isn't getting like 20 kills a game. And yeah, it's just kind of teamwork. And the last sixth person on the team is just gonna be the Juggernaut, and he's gonna be taking out anybody who gets out of the spawn trap, or if one of his teammates goes down, he's going to be going there. And like you see me, I went down here, and Irish just went there and held out the spawn until I got back to hold it down. And he's just gonna make loops and make sure everybody's doing okay. And yeah, so that's about it. That's all 6 players right there. And hopefully, if you guys do end up doing this, maybe you can get some nice scores like this, 118 and 8. But yeah, that's about it for today, guys. I will have another upload tomorrow. I'm really excited for it because I just got it yesterday, and it's not even like it's a world record gameplay, but it's actually a really nice gameplay. But that's all the time I have for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Leave it a thumbs up and a comment below. Tell me what you think, or tell me maybe what map you guys would want to see next. And that's it. Be sure to subscribe. Peace out, everybody.